Go.
Shalom. I'd like to give all honors, praises, and glory to
Yahawah,
Yahawah,
Ba'ashem,
Yahawashah,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem, double honors to the apostles and salutations to the elect brothers, pushing the truth with sincerity.
Huh.
As we go in, come out week in and week out, we teach the downfall of this place that y'all call America, which is really modern day Babylon. And yeah, man, we're gonna keep pushing and prophesying against this place until we out of here. You know, because we at this point in time where we seeing prophecies being fulfilled on a regular basis. You know, and we just bring out what we know to be a part of those prophecies. And right now we're going into Isaiah chapter 13 to bring out the gist of it, man.
With the wind pushing.
Yeah, you can cut that one out there.
We started too.
You can start from the top.
All right.
Yeah, because right now, man, we going through the prophecies as they being fulfilled on a high level, you know. So what we gonna do is we gonna continue to bring it out to the very day. To the very end, you know.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see.
Right. So Isaiah is one of the prophets who had that vision, all right? And that burden on Babylon, on Edom, all right, which is the rulers of Babylon, all right? They the ones that's running this place right now that y'all call America.
And what a burden is something you got to carry regardless of the situation. It's something you forced to deal with.
That's right.
So regardless of how these crackers try to cut it and these devils try to cut their society and tweak certain things and justify things, this is something you're going to be forced to deal with because it's the what? It's the word of the Lord.
That's right. So that burden is on them, man. They got to fulfill it. They got to live with it regardless to what. No matter what they managed to come up with to consider
stimulus package.
Yeah, like a loophole. No matter what loophole y'all try to create, y'all know y'all dealing with the prophecy of that burden that y'all got to deal with, that y'all got to carry. All right, and this is the vision that Isaiah did see. The Lord give us all men of the Lord, prophets, those visions, man. And then in His time, He put it in a way where He had to say it for what He saw in His days and times. Even though it was visions of things, future things, He had to put it in the words of what He knew during His time.
Right, because He didn't know how to explain it in modern. It wasn't words like airplane and shit like that. So He had to try to compare it to something of His age, that what it looked like, you know,
right.
to describe it.
That's right. Yeah, read on.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Right. Lift ye up a banner is speaking of, that banner is the Bible. All right. Speak the truth that's inside the Bible on a high mountain, and that high mountain is a government. So we here in modern day Babylon,
The great.
you know, we speaking against this government.
And you know what's crazy? Even in modern day terms, they call they meeting summits.
Right.
The G20 summit, and you look up the word summit. Matter of fact, let me get it.
It pertains
For
to
the
America.
government, it pertains to a government or a mountain.
Right. When you reach the highest level of a mountain, they call it a summit. All right. And
There we go.
that summit is, yeah, bring it out.
Hey, this is the AI overview. A summit is the highest point or apex of a physical object, such as a mountain.
Right. So that highest point is the American government. All right. Because they constitute everything that goes on around the whole world. That's why there's embassies in every country.
Westernization.
U.S. embassies. All right. They stake claim to every country, and they got a base or a headquarters situated there that takes over. So they the head of the whole world, man. So this on the high mountain, when you go on, bring out the banner on the high mountain, all right, that's you speaking against the highest government. And the highest government on this planet Earth is America, all right? No matter how weak they are spiritually and physically, their gift of the sword, which
And
Esau was
authority.
given,
Yeah.
makes them the highest power. All right, and if you check out their stockpile of weapons, they have the most nukes on the face of this earth. So they put them in areas so everybody gotta be strategically to be afraid of them.
And if even not them, it's Russia. But even if it
They
was
some- they
Russia,
number
they
two.
still Edomites.
Yeah,
They still Edomites.
That's right, they still Edomites.
So the point still stands because you got dickheads. Oh, it ain't them, it's the Russian. Regardless, they all still Edomites.
And you elites, all of y'all predominantly be some form of Edom. So, you know, we speaking about Babylon, which is modern day America, but we ultimately speaking about the Edomites, man. Because y'all in control of all these countries. Like he said, Russia, Italy, all right, Germany, France, even some of you states where, even some of you countries where you got Jake predominantly.
Hey, Malcolm X said it best. He was like, he was like, you got German Shepherds, you got fucking Rottweilers, Pit Bulls, Poodles. But he said at the end of the day, they all dogs. He was like, yo, you got Germans, you got Americans, you got Russians, you got Amalek, the JOOs, you know, that say that name, get flagged. But he said, yo, at the end of the day, he said they all the same people.
Right.
And I was like, damn, that's a heavy point.
And that's in Matthew, the 23rd chapter, with it, like, if the Esau going against Esau, how should
his
kingdom stand? Yeah, so
Yeah.
this place gonna fall anyway.
Yeah.
Because you got,
even the elites divided. Some of the elites divided. Oh, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to do that, and that happens a lot. See, that's why YAHAWASHI got to come back and reign, because it's like, yo, it's all right. It's a saying, and it's not always true, but it holds some truth. It said, long as there's men on earth, it will always be wars. Because one thing about men are egotistical, men are arrogant.
right.
And another man really don't want to necessarily be under and dealing with another man for a long period of time. So that always causes war. See, and that's why we need YAHAWASHI. Because once YAHAWASHI reign and put the smack down, ain't nobody gonna fucking kick up. His law and his way is gonna be it. You're gonna be like, yo, did you see what he just did to the fucking planet Earth? Like, yo, ain't nobody got shit to say. Nobody got nothing to say. Ain't nobody really like, yo, did you see what this, like, he came from the heavens and just put the smack down on the whole planet. Like, aired shit out and like within minutes and took shit over and set up his kingdom. You think you got something to say? Ain't nobody got nothing to fucking say.
He got y'all set up with y'all making the highest level of technology just to show y'all how primitive it is compared to him.
Yeah, nah, but men always find, you know, it's always gonna be splits. There's always gonna be men bumping heads, because that's the nature of a man. But when that real dominant figure come, and you can see him, and he's setting shit up, ain't nobody, I'm telling you, bro, ain't nobody gonna have shit to say. I seen Jakes that had authority like that came through, muscular, deep voice or whatever, gang niggas though, start barking on niggas, and niggas kind of like, oh, hey, remember the movie, Hector, Achilles, what was that? Troy. And after he slayed the giant, he walked before the army. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else? And all of them was like, because he just put down the nigga who they looked up to. And that's what the Lord gonna do with this devil. Because the planet look up to Esau. So once the Lord put this devil down and smash him, everybody gonna be like, nah, that's the man. They're like, just do what he say do. Your kids get out of line and you take the oldest one. Esau did that. He'd take the biggest buck, the strongest nigga, and just break him down, and that'll make the other slaves get in line. While your parent, you got 4, 5, 6 kids, them niggas wilding and shit. If you want to really get ordered, you crack the oldest one ass. And you don't really do it because he's the oldest, but you do it for order's sake. And besides, he should know better. Like, yo, nigga, why I gotta tell, like, you the oldest? Why you think Reuben wanted to save Joseph's life? He was like, nah, no, let's not kill him, because when they went back to Jacob, Jacob would have been like, yo, you the oldest nigga, how you let this happen to your brother? So the oldest nigga always get broken off. Heads of camp always get broken off. Gang leaders always catch the 30, 40, 50 years. The other niggas catch 5, 10 and all that. The heads of shit always get smashed. So what Esau, he the head of this world. He gonna get smashed and everything gonna fall in line. What the Lord say? I will smite the shepherd and the sheep shall scatter.
And what it says, kill the head and the body shall fall.
Yeah.
So once you chop the head of that snake, that's it. And this is the seat and power. This is the mountain that the Bible is speaking about. This is the place where the United Nations are. The United Nations sit here.
It's that First Avenue, New York.
Yeah. You had the World Trade Center that torn down, but they rebuilt it.
One World, what center now is called?
Yeah, One World Trade.
Yeah.
Pentagon, all these major monuments to the government that shows that, you know, they are the seat, they are the high, they the summit,
Chief authority.
Yeah, they're the ones that sit on the mountain. All right, they're the mountain that the Bible is speaking of in this chapter.
Right.
All right?
So go back to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of meat on this chapter.
Shake the hand. So let me go back. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Yeah, so we using the Bible to speak about this place, which is we know to be Babylon, modern day Babylon, which is to y'all, which I call America. All right.
Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right, so that's what we do when we come out here. We shaking the hand, we telling them about themselves. You know, we pointing the finger and letting them know who they are and what they stand for. All right, to the point where they get afraid and alerted and go and tell who? Their authorities. So that's why we have these issues when they come down on us, when they want to flag our videos, all right? When they want to
Send the feds at us.
yeah, send the feds to have any reason to poke their nose in our business,
Right.
to try to stop us from what we do. And they even ultimately have agents infiltrate certain camps. All right, so when they go and alert the nobles, man, they are afraid of what we saying is going to affect their way of life.
And they shocked that it's like, yo, how the fuck this America, and y'all letting these men stand out here, especially going back to 2009 and all that, like, how the fuck y'all let them come out here and say the shit that they saying? With these signs and all of that. Like, why won't y'all shut this shit down? In the 60s, y'all would have sick German shepherds and put fire hose on these niggas. Why y'all can't shut these niggas down? And what the Lord said, thy teachers shall not be removed into a corner anymore. See, the devil, like, I gotta go back to the churches. Even though the churches is off, ultimately, some of that shit they say be on point. You just gotta apply it to the spirit. Which is what? You giving the devil too much power.
Right.
Because Satan is a powerless being. He get, what the Lord say, you ain't got no power except what my Father give you. But also is what? You ain't got no power except to what I give you. Because if you feed into Satan and you start believing, all right, put it like this. The truth will set you free. Styles P said it best, rapper, but it's true. He said, if the truth will set you free, what would a lie do? So if the truth will free you, a lie will what? Enslave you. So, but the thing is this, the truth will only free you if you do what? Believe it. If you don't believe it, you can know the truth all day, but if you don't believe it and take heed to it and apply it to your life, it'll never free you. And a lie will only enslave you if you do what? believe it. You could know a lie, but if you believe it and take heed to it, and that's how Esau ruled. He ruled through deception. Yeah, he flexed the sword once in a while, but it ain't like hardcore slavery. His main way of ruling is through what? Billboards, magazines, TV, social media, and that's how he get control of the. Because to be honest, there's only one person that's going to rule the whole planet through the sword, and that's YAHAWASHI. He gonna come with that smackdown. They gonna see it, and everybody gonna bow. Esau ain't that powerful to really rule the whole earth with violence. He get shut down.
That's right. That's why they
He ain't that
right
powerful.
now.
So Satan told him, like, nigga, you gotta switch your shit up. You gotta start ruling through deception. You gotta start tricking and making people believe in a false reality.
Mm-hmm.
And make them question the script. Esau can't change the Bible. He can make a different Bible. He can't take the King James Version in Hebrew and change it. But he could change your mind and believing on what it says.
Right.
But he don't actually change the words. And that's why you Christians dumb as hell. Because you motherfuckers don't read for yourself. You believe what a motherfucking other man tell you. But the words is right there. All your ass gotta do is read and study for yourself.
Y'all
That's right.
pastors is y'all sold your soul, man. Y'all sticking to their program. Y'all designed to mislead the people. All right. So y'all got that full 501c3, man, and y'all teaching the name Christ. All right, and y'all teaching that all could be saved. That's a program that y'all sticking to try to keep the people asleep, to sell them that slavery, that lie. All right, and that lie is going to be revealed, and that's what we doing right now. We revealing that lie, and we causing y'all to run back to y'all nobles like, yo, they exposing our secrets. They exposing what we kept them under that slavery for so long. That lie, all right, and that lie is what y'all tell in the scriptures. Y'all change the scriptures for y'all liking, and y'all doing it. That day is being
They change the minds of the people.
yeah.
See, the scriptures is the scriptures. Satan can't fuck with that. Because guess what the people will say? Well, Lord, you let this devil change your word. How we supposed to find our way back to you? And then the Lord is like, well, damn, y'all niggas got a point. Right? So how powerful was Esau is without the Lord still being the Lord? Because Yahweh still ruled. YAHAWASHI still ruled, especially once he went up on that cross. So really the question is, really how powerful is the devil? The nigga really not that powerful, but he make you believe he's that powerful. And as soon as you believe his bullshit, that's when you give him the power.
That's right.
And that's when you niggas fuck up at. Yeah, Esau got the check now, but I'm telling you, it's only so powerful you could be before you stop the Most High from being the Most High. And ain't no nation or person on this earth gonna take Yahawah, Hashem YAHAWASHI's glory from them being who they are or claiming who they are as gods. So Esau fuck with people's minds and make them believe shit that's not there, even though what's there is there.
Right. No matter how hard they try to tell you what you are.
Salakia, man,
your
but this
bloodline.
devil be fucking with people's heads, man.
That's right.
He play with your thoughts in your mind. I can't stop you from getting what the Lord had for you, but I could stop you from what? Wanting it.
That's right.
The Lord gonna give, I can't stop what the Lord got for you, but I can convince you not to want it. And that's how the Lord fuck with, that's how Satan fuck with people.
Because that's what you got the Christians now. They all want to go to heaven, but they don't want the Lord to come right now. Because they living good, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, my pops, you know, he making good money. Oh, I don't want him to come right now because everything is going good in my life. But you want to go to heaven, though.
Everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die.
Read on.
I got a precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and 27. Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet amongst the nations, prepare the nations against her, call them Salakia. No, I'm Salakia. call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Minni, and Ashkenaz. Appoint a captain against her. Cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, in the land of his dominion.
That's right.
So basically, you blowing the trumpet amongst the trumpeters, telling the truth.
And putting the spirit on the other nations
Right.
that come up against Babylon.
Right.
Right.
Back in Isaiah, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from my anger.
The sanctified ones being the Israelites.
Right. And that's what people
Saints.
should lock you. But that's what people, I gotta add this, that's what people fuck up at. They be like, in modern day terminology, a saint is somebody that's righteous, like Mother Teresa. She passed out food her whole life. That ain't no fucking saint. Tupac was a saint. Biggie Smalls was a saint. I'm gonna hit you with something. RuPaul is a saint. Because saint goes back to, when you go in the Zondervan, I'm gonna start bringing it with me. There's a lot of edification in that. They tell you a saint, really in the Greek, the word saint go back to the word santos. Or it also is interchangeable with the word holy. It means to be separated. Ones who are separated or consecrated away from something else. And Israel was separate from the other nations and the other creations that the Lord made as far as people. So when you be like, yo, hey, they got a song, when the saints come march, no matter how wicked a person is, if they line go back to the seed of Jacob, they the saints.
Right.
And they got the song, when the saints come marching in. That's when the elect actually come. But that's the righteous. But you don't have to be a goody two-shoes to be a saint. That's not truly what that word means. The word saint mean, when you look it up actually in the Zondervan, it said one who is descended from the nation of Israel.
I got a precept with that. This is Psalms chapter 50, verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Right, or through Moses, and that through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
Another good one is Psalm. You ain't got to get 148 and 14. But those are saints, man. But people misuse that word. You ain't no saint. Like, yo, what you trying to say? I ain't no goody two-shoes. Nah, you misusing that word. Saint just means Israelite. And when you check out these hospitals, they call St. Jude, which was an Israelite. St. Mary's, St. John, St. Peter's, St. Matthew's, Saint. But look at a heathen like Herod. You never seen a Saint Herod, even though he was wicked. But you never seen a Saint.
Saint Caesar.
Saint Caesar, or one of, because you did have, remember the dude who wanted the heathen that wanted to bless Israel, Baal,
Yeah.
Balaam. He was actually but he was a heathen. You never seen a hospital called Saint Balaam? Why he's not a saint? He really wanted to do well.
Right.
Because the saints are Israelites.
They are holy people.
Yeah. And holy means to be not goody two-shoes, but it means to be separate. To be separate.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
And that's that separation. That's where you get the word saint, santos, or holy means to be separate. They both means the same word. They're synonyms to each other, which means to be separate.
And who are the special people unto the Lord? He gave them a name. They are a nation, and that's Israel. All right, the Israelites. So that's why the sanctified ones are the Israelites. All right, read on.
This is back in Isaiah 13. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people.
Hold on, I think you didn't finish.
Oh, so let me go back to 3.
Yo, the rain coming down a little more, so we're going to use this tree to shield little bro, and we're going to use this tree to shield us. So we're going to turn it to the side, all right? That way you out of the rain. It's not that bad, but the leaves can help some of that water.
From your phone.
I'm too wild.
But you
That could be for y'all.
You good?
Yeah, I could get under this tree.
It ain't that bad. I'm just.
I'm
I
right.
don't want y'all gadgets to get fucked up. Yeah, because a little water creeping one of them crevices, this shit start acting funny.
good?
Come.
This is Isaiah 13:3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from my anger.
The mighty ones is the angels. Right?
Even them that rejoice in my highness.
They're gonna get busy during the time of the Lord's return. They're gonna be doing stuff that, matches or overpowers the capabilities of the beast technology, which is their fighter jets, all right, and their laser beams. They got laser guns on their mounted on their vehicles and all of that. They're gonna have to deal with the mighty ones, which is the angels, which is today's which I call UAPs. Right?
Right, and that's a heavy name. They went from UFOs to UAPs, but people don't understand what that means. UFOs is unidentified flying object. So it's like, what is you saying? What is it then? Basically, if you was to call something that, you might as well not call it nothing. Because if you try to identify what you're saying, you still get nothing. It's an unidentified flying object. But now they went to what? Because as the chariots make more appearances, they call them UAPs.
Unidentified aerial
Phenomenon. Right. Unidentified the water. Unidentified aerial phenomenon. Meaning, if something is unidentified, meaning you don't know what it is. Aerial means space, meaning it flies through outer space. Now, the next word is crazy. Phenomenon comes from the word phantom. A phantom deals with the word ghost or deal with the word spirit. Like Styles P, he had this mixtape Ghost in the Machine, the Phantom, and all that, because he's called, another word for ghost is phantom. Another word for phantom is spirit. And another word for spirit is ghost. Because when people be like, y'all saw a ghost, it's not really nothing bugged out. You just saw a spirit. But they use the word ghost to make it like more spookified.
Yeah.
You just saw a spirit. Right? So what they saying is it's an unidentified object that's flying around, but it's from the spirit world. Right. It's not from down here. But people don't pay attention. See, Esau trying to kind of tell you his shit. It's not an unidentified flying object, and a phenomenon is two total different things. An object is something like this, something that's, you know what I mean? A phenomenon is a phantom that deals with something spiritual.
Yeah.
So what he's telling you, I don't know what this is, but it's something
From the
from
heavens.
out of this world that's breaking our atmosphere and flying through our space.
Hey, they even call space the heavens. They
Huh?
know that they're dealing with the heavens and dealing with the angels, right? And they use insignias that represent angels, all right? Them getting in contact with the angels. So they want the masses to believe that it's extraterrestrial or something that's spooky,
But it's too many sightings.
they know
So
that they're
Esau
dealing
was
with.
forced to rechange the name. There's too many sightings.
And
With the
forced
cameras
to bring
and
it out. Like, it's true.
Yeah. They was like, yo, we can't hide this shit no more. So they called it an unidentified aerial phenomenon. So you went from object to phenomenon.
Yeah,
An
right.
object is something physical of our world. A phenomenon is dealing with a phantom or a ghost. That means that's something of the spirit world.
Right. And they trying to alert, they trying to get the Catholic Church to get on board with receiving the return of YAHAWASHI so they can have some type of doctrine to counter the Lord returning. You know, they trying to say, they talking to churches to get them prepared to try to soup their lie up. But
Watch
the
it,
whole-
Bluebeam.
yeah, they trying to stir up the lie. So when YAHAWASHI do return, they don't want it to come out flat out saying, yeah, this is YAHAWASHI coming back for his people, and you know, so they're gonna come with the notion to try to make lies out of it, because that's what their whole agenda is. deceit. But the Lord is telling you in the book that He's coming back with His sanctified ones and His mighty ones, who are His angels. So when y'all see those things, y'all looking at the angels, all right, for His day of vengeance. So they coming back to do war. They're not coming back to carry war like how they depict the angels flying little babies with wings. You know, it's not like that. They come in their vehicles and they come in with wrath. All right? You know?
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together.
Right, that's these other nations, man, getting together to wage war against this place. Like as you see now.
Because they get souped up. I never been to war, but like, you gotta, like, fighting period, a fist fight. You gotta be in a certain spirit to fist fight. Because if you believe you're gonna lose, look, fight, everything goes back to
They
faith.
call it fighting words.
Yeah, if you're not hyped up, or even if you know your nigga about to get his ass whipped, but if you hype him up, he might actually beat that other nigga ass. If you hype him up, because everything boils back to faith. But they say with fighting UFC and all that, they said if you believe that you can't win, you already lost before you stepped in the ring.
That's right.
But if you like, yo, this nigga gonna beat my ass, so like who I'm going against, you already lost. So with people, matter of fact, it's a law in the scriptures, we ain't gotta get it. It says if any of you scared before you go to war, you gotta send that motherfucker back home. Because like if any of them nervous, you gotta send them back home, because that shit is fear. That shit is a disease. Motherfuckers be like, what about my kids? I ain't never gonna see them again. We gonna die out here, man. Like, you don't need shit like that going to war. That shit'll fuck your whole army up. One nigga, you gotta send that nigga home. The scripture says, I think it's in Deuteronomy 20. It says that motherfucker fearful at war, you gotta tell that nigga to kick rocks, send his ass back home. You don't forcefully make that nigga go to war. And that's what's wrong with you gang niggas. They think every nigga is a shoot 'em up nigga. Nah, this nigga fix cars. This nigga knows stocks. You put him in the car to go kill somebody and wonder why he tell on you. One thing with them different Crip niggas, they had something called the Playboy Crips. And he be like, hey, what these niggas about? These niggas is about bitches and money. But if you'll bring some war, Crip niggas around, it'll fuck they vibe up. Because they was about, you can't mix the fun demon and the war demon together. Because the war demon always gonna spoil your fun. I got a gun up in my waist, please don't. If you got a gun up in your waist, please don't shoot up the place. Cause I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. And that's the spirit, because like nigga, if we trying to chill and cool, you can't come around on some war shit. Checking niggas, robbing niggas, you gonna fuck our groove up. And that's what our people don't know, that it's categories. Men got different spirits. You can't force him to tap into a spirit that he's not about. And then when shit get jammed and pinched up, he take the stand and tell him, you dumb as hell for putting him under that line of work. He was never a killer. He was never a shooter. He fixed cars. Leave him in the set to fix the homie's car. And I'm not promoting gangbanging shit, but it just shows you that niggas don't have structure. Leave him around a fixed car. He know about stocks. Maybe he can make money, help Bell put it on books or whatever like that. You don't put him in a car to go kill somebody. Like Kane, they showed you that in Minister Society.
Let me out, though.
But Kane, they forced him to do it. But when he started bitching, I ain't shooting no old people or nothing like that. Really, that was a cry for help. He never really wanted to do it.
Well, this cry is a cry for war. But that tumultuous sound is them crying out, saying that they ready for war.
Yeah.
Right, and they directing their energy
Towards Babylon.
Right. So this is the burden that you're gonna carry, man. That you gotta deal with 100 nations, thousands of nations looking at you, pointing the finger at you, because who are you? You the destroyer of this world. All right, you the oppressor of many different nations. So it's time for them to call at arms to come at you, man. All right. So their guns is getting prepared to go to war with you, man. You Esau. All right. You don't.
The Lord Yahawah of hosts mustered the host of the battle.
That's right. So the host of the battle is YAHAWASHI, who's the host is the host of all armies.
The director.
Right.
He's the mobilizer.
He's putting the battery in everybody's back. All right. And he's going to get his hands dirty as well. All right. So even though he's the instigator, but he's also going to be a participator as far as fighting in this war.
Good.
All right, because they're going to have their arms aimed at him as well. All right, when they go to war with you, Esau, and you, Babylon, they're going to turn their weapons on YAHAWASHI as well. When Yahawah is coming back for his great day of judgment.
Through his son. Huh?
All right, so he's the host of the battle. He's the host of all armies, but he's the biggest general. All right.
He's orchestrating.
Right. So you know, y'all got a hell of a fight on y'all hands. Cause y'all gonna battle with Babylon, but y'all also gonna battle against the Most High and His Son YAHAWASHI. And that's when
And the
you fuck
angels.
up. Like he said in what was it? Juice? Not Juice. You know you fucked up, right?
Menace.
Minutes.
This
You
side,
know
yeah.
you done fucked up, right?
You said you bought the bottle of liquor at 11 p.m. Then you said you bought the bottle of liquor at 12 a.m. You know you done fucked up, right?
That's right. So you going
I don't
to
give
war
a
against
fuck what that
Babylon.
cop said. Without that tape, he had nothing.
Go against YAHAWASHI, your ass is up shit's creek. So,
Huh?
yeah. You gonna-
People are already up shit's creek and don't know it. They just on a time just gotta manifest.
Verse 5. And they come from a far country, from the ends of heaven, even Yahawah, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
That's right. So they come from, as mentioned in the nukes, right? They come from afar, from one end to the other. Only one weapon could do such thing from one end to the other end. That's intercontinental ballistic missiles that travel from one end of the earth to the other.
It says continent. The root
Right.
word is inter means between. Like you be like intersection. That means in between. That's a prefix, means in between sections. Right. So when you say intercontinental, that means it travels from continent to continent within like 20 minutes, and they constantly upgrading them. So they even traveling faster.
Ain't no bullet or ain't no bow and arrow to travel from one continent to the other. You get a good 300 to 400 meters that a bullet can travel, and the same for arrows. So,
Yeah, then it lose velocity. Now it's like flesh wounds and shit like that. So you gotta be in a certain range.
so this is a prophetical verse right here, because how is he talking about nukes in ancient times? So he saw something, all right, and now he's getting ready to categorize it and make it more detailed. Read on.
Verse 6. How ye, for the day of Yahawah is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Right, so that day of judgment is coming. Is coming fast, and the howl, all right, is the great cries that you're gonna hear of the people that's gonna be destroyed. Man, it's gonna come as a great judgment. All right, the thousands, millions of people gonna be destroyed because of it. All right.
Therefore,
Good.
therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
That's right. So everybody's gonna fail to make any action. When your hands faint, when you faint, you won't have your body cease to make movement.
Start shaking.
Cause your power is in your hand.
Right.
Cause when you look at your hands, you got 5 fingers, and 5 means what? Power. Like the Pentagon. You know, that was the powerhouse. You know, or the like military and shit like that. Or you be like like 5 when you ball a fish. Like you do everything with your hands, or you tell a nigga that's acting wild, you was like, yo, you gonna make me put hands on you. And what you do with hands is like, if you got 4 fingers, like you can't really lay a hand on somebody. So what it's saying, like all powers, when you shoot a gun, when you grab a knife, when you fix a screwdriver, a screw or a bolt, or you grab, take the spark plugs out of your car, whatever. You do everything with your hands.
Right.
So what it mean by that is like, yo, that's gonna be a day when men gonna be powerless, meaning your money not gonna save you. Because men who got bread throw money at shit. Anytime a problem arises, they just throw money at it and it disappears. Because the scriptures do say money is an answer to things. Niggas
Money,
just do.
power, respect.
Yeah, if a problem comes in, you got bread, they just throw money at it and it disappears. Whatever it is, they just throw money at it, it disappears. Or if you carnal or got squadron and shit like that, you try to threaten shit through fear, and you try to do shit through your own power to handle it. But in this day, none of that shit gonna work.
Right. All power is gonna cease to exist, man. You ain't gonna have no power to do nothing. All right.
Only power you got is your previous works, labors, and faith in His truth. And if you overcame the hour of temptation, which is that mark. And you still better hope the Lord got mercy on you, because He still ain't got to say your ass. All of us deserve to be destroyed.
Right. That power is salvation. That's the only thing you're gonna have. And you better hope that you have it. All right. That mercy is only gonna be given to a small remnant. All right. So all power is gonna faint. All hands is gonna be faint. And read on what else it says.
And every man's heart shall melt.
Right. So everybody that has that courage, that's gonna cease to exist, man. When you see the power and the might of the Lord and His vengeance.
What's that shit? Niggas fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. It's just a theory of man that became a monster. Because this type, niggas used to beef with typical men. When they see a chariot pop up, I've been around people with chariots hovered or dropped low. Niggas was shook, but they was more startled though. Like, what is that? They was just like dumb as hell. But when when you faced with a force or an object you know nothing of, you don't know how to attack it or come against it, your ass gonna melt. You gonna be like shit. You gonna be like, yo, like, what do I do? Like, you gonna try to put some, because men are real logical. Your bitch gonna be nagging. What you think we should do, bitch? I'm trying to think. But like, because men be trying to like rationalize the situation, but it's gonna be no answer. There's gonna be no answer. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that is. Like, they just blew up DC. Like, now they coming over here. Like, what the fuck you want me to do? Like, it's shit that's out of your hands. There be shit in this world now that's out of your hands. It's a wise saying. If it's out of your hands, it also should be out of your mind. Meaning, because why stress over it if it's like nothing you could do about it? It is what it is, and what you 2/3 gonna have to do is just lay down and die at the end of the day. Because at that point, the doors of repentance is closed.
The toughest motherfucker you know is gonna be scared to death when they see something the size of a football field over their head.
Yeah. And niggas be fake tough anyway. Niggas like, I did 9 years in jail. You know what the real toughness come from? The people who stay on the street. It's tough to be on the street. And what the nigga Jay-Z said, it's hard not to kill niggas. It's like a full-time job not to kill niggas. Because, like, to go to jail and be a slave in the little box, yeah, you fight niggas over there, this and that. But the real battle is out here. This where the real strength comes from. If you stayed on the streets, if you ain't got no felonies, and you was able to navigate the ghetto and deal with circumstances and tribulations, that's the tough guy. The bitch ass nigga that got weak, lost his cool, lost his temper, couldn't control himself, did dumb shit, went back in, did more dumb shit. Nigga ain't cause you worked out and shit, nigga, you ain't tough, motherfucker, you's a weakling. The real tough guy is the person who's temperate, is the person who's disciplined, is the person who don't trust drugs when they ain't got nothing. It's the person who don't rob when they ain't got nothing. It's the person who wait on the Lord and wait for a situation to get better and take losses until life turn around, until he get what the Lord got for him. And don't take matters in his own hand. That's the tough guy. But this world got it backwards. Y'all think niggas who go to jail is fucking weak, man. They can't deal with life. They can't deal with society. They can't deal with a nagging ass bitch. They can't deal with Esau throwing this at them and Esau throwing. They can't conquer the system. And we ain't tough. We tough through the power and the faith of the Lord to deal with that, because we'll be victims like them niggas. But for the record, you jail niggas, you street niggas, you not tough. Y'all a bunch of fucking weak ass niggas that gave up on life, and you want an easy way out, and Esau keep clipping you, and you try to convince because you went somewhere in a box for a long time that you a tough guy. You ain't no fucking tough guy. The real toughness comes from mentality, not physical strength or stupidity.
Y'all consider yourselves killers. Guess who's the ultimate killer? Yahawah. And when those chariots come, they're gonna be doing the ultimate killing, righteous killing.
That's right.
The slain of the Lord shall be made.
Right?
Con.
And your heart's gonna faint, man, melt. And that day when that start happening, the man that you considered was the weak one who never picked up the gun,
Who
or
ate
the one
peanut
that
butter jelly?
you probably humiliated on the street, they gonna look at you and laugh.
What?
All right, because they gonna see something that y'all didn't know. They knew the script. They knew the Lord. They knew the word, and they knew that this time was coming. Y'all didn't know this time was coming. Y'all thought that all them calisthenics you was going through was gonna hold you down for that great day of judgment. When that man who ain't do not one push-up in his life got more strength and courage than you.
And that's the balance of the Lord. Because them physical tough niggas be mentally weak. Not all of them, but a lot of times. Them big muscle niggas, they be mentally weak. You be like, what's wrong with this dude? He be breaking down mentally, and you gotta have to console him if he your friend or whatever. But if some shit physically kicked off, you'll be like, yo, this nigga beat. Like, if you can't fight or you some typical dude, like the brother YAHAWAH was like that. But he dealt with a lot of emotional stress. And he'll break down mentally fast. But if some physical shit kicked off, he beat like 3-4 niggas up like that. You be like, damn, bro. You know what I mean? Like you be like, damn, I ain't even had to do nothing. But that's the balance of the Lord, though. Like, a lot of people who be like mentally strong, they be physically weak. Not saying they won't get down or throw a few punches or whatever, but they not really full-blown warrior type. And a lot of brothers who be physical, like, and the Lord, that's the Lord, that's balanced, because that show that we all need each other. If the Lord gave one man everything, it's like, nigga, what the fuck I need you for if I got everything? But when somebody has something that you don't have, that makes us all depend on one another and keep us from being proud and arrogant.
Verse 8, and they should be afraid. Pains and sorrow shall take hold of them.
Right. So pains and sorrow is the judgment that's going to come down, what we seeing right now. All right. All the troubles that we dealing with. All right. It's getting heavier and heavier, man. These pains and sorrows that they gonna be dealing with is like the bombings in these other countries. All right. Some of the earthquakes. All right. The weather. They dealing with those pains and sorrows right now. Like every day is something to be stressed about or sad.
Yeah.
I got a piece. Oh, you getting a fresh piece? Yeah. These pains and sorrows, man. So it's a not desperate, but it's a sorrowful world we living in right now. Even on days that they used to be happy and gleeful, like on these holidays, they ain't even happy no more. Christmas, you don't be seeing that much cheer and all of that. Not that we celebrate this stuff, but we see we see the energy of the people that come out during these times. It ain't like how it used to be.
Okay.
You know, everything is a sorrow,
clarity.
a sad situation, right? Every time you turn around, there's something to be upset about. A lot of killings, unnecessary killings. You know, people getting snatched up. You know, missing children. A lot of rape going on. These things is happening on a regular basis until we getting numbed over it. Like, it's a normal thing to have something bad going on in the world right now. And that's those pains and sorrows, man. It's a depressed kind of spirit that's going on around the world. And that's going to get more and more every day. All right? Right now, Venezuela is dealing with 3 or 4 earthquakes at one time. That's not normal.
Right.
It'll be a major, maybe 1 or 2 for a whole season. But they got 3. They got smacked with 3 major earthquakes.
Right.
And that's a hell of a lot of loss of life. And the only thing it's doing is making us get used to the great loss of life. All right? And that sorrow is going to come across on a higher level the closer we get to the end of this thing.
That's right.
All right? The Lord is displaying a lot of loss of life in a way where it's not even thinkable on how many loss of lives is going to be when the Lord returns. But this is like a prefix. All right? So we getting prepared to deal with a heavy level of loss of life. And when you deal with loss of life, you deal with sorrow. All right?
What verse 8?
And they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Right, like I said, it's going to gradually continue. Like travaileth is like when they have contractions.
Right.
So those pains and sorrows is going to come. The more they come, the bigger the contraction, the more pain.
Painful, yeah.
All right, so that's how we looking at it. Like I said, Venezuela just got hit with 3 earthquakes at one time. They, like I said, during the season, usually be like 1 or 2 on a great magnitude level. But now it's upgraded to 3. So the Lord is going to bring more casualties, loss of life, or y'all getting used to the loss of life. And when the Lord, like I said, the loss of life equals sorrow. All right, so these pains and sorrows coming like a woman travaileth. A contraction only gets greater before the ultimate labor pains of the delivery.
And who's the deliverer? YAHAWASHI.
Right.
Because Israel, you got to understand, Israel always suffered before the Lord came. When he came before, Herod slaughtered off 2 years older than younger. Those was those labor pains. And when he come this time, Israel will suffer and go through hell before that the child gets born, which is the lamb, which is YAHAWASHI.
Okay.
You know, so Israel gotta suffer and go through those labor pains before that baby's born.
Right.
And then once the baby's born, like the relief comes. You forget about the labor pains.
Sure.
But that's a must though.
Yep.
I mean, you need rain. You know, these dumbass niggas in the world be complaining about it's raining. Nigga, if the Lord ain't let it rain, it'd be no fucking vegetation. The cows won't eat, your ass would die, motherfucker. But a lot of these people go back to Noah and them. They go back to the flood. They coming back from, oh, it's raining. The day is fucked up. It's raining. No, you need rain and you need sunshine in order to grow. It's something called photosynthesis when you deal with plant life.
Water. You get the water that you drink.
Yeah.
From the
From
ocean,
the reservoir.
The lakes and
Exactly.
it gets recycled or whatever. But you don't get no rain, you run into a drought.
But people are so selfish, they even curse the weather. Oh, it's fucking raining. Fuck, man. Fuck. And niggas too, even though I sound like an Edomite, but niggas too. And you be like, yo, that's the balance, nigga. The fuck you talking about? Hey, look, with a car, how you jump start your car? You need a negative and a positive in order to get that car running. Even when the kingdom's set up, it ain't gonna be all righteous. Jake gonna be righteous, but you're gonna have wickedness going on amongst the heathen to add that balance. And that's just life for you. And that's what you fools out here don't understand. But you gotta go.
So those pains and like a woman travaileth is on a rapid level. All right, these mass shootings. All right, people just taking out lives countlessly. All right, the pollution in the earth. Esau is setting up to destroy y'all. And don't forget about their not the jab, but like the GMOs, man. They knocking y'all off on a high level that way.
Chemtrails.
Right? Yeah,
Chemtrails.
chemtrails. All these things that's happening to decrease life is a part of those like a woman travaileth, man.
Population control.
They got lab grown meat now.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
You know.
I was about to say that movie The Purge, man. They setting that all of them is setting up for real life situations that they're gonna be doing that. They're gonna be taking Jake out of here as high level as during the days of slavery, man, where it used to be every Friday it was an event where they used to go and have entertainment of executing Jake.
Because Esau been ruling for deception too long. So I could be wrong, but from my perspective, Esau gonna really, because it said the devil shall come down with great wrath, knowing he got a short time. He thinks shit running according to plans now. But when everybody not everybody, but it's gonna be enough people denying that MOTB. And once he found out he's at a crossroad, and that like he cannot continue his society unless people start taking it, he gonna pull that sword back out, bro. There's no more reasoning, there's no more court, none of that shit. He gonna go back to his old ways because it's just like, yo, this is the only way. It's like a cat. A cat will avoid a dog to the best, especially like a big dog. But like once that cat back is against the wall, it's like it's forced to fight. And that's Esau. He like, listen, I did all the deception I could fucking possibly do. I'm at the point where I got my system up. The digital shit is all that shit is up. I just need y'all niggas to put this chip in your fucking hand. And you got Edomites. It's not just Israel. You got Bible Belt, devils, militia, devils, Jake, Israelites, different people that ain't Christians that's not with that shit. They might got every other part of the doctrine fucked up, but they'll tell you, I ain't putting nothing inside me. You got some Christians that's like that, and they die hard on it. And what Esau gonna do? Esau gonna be like, yo, all right, y'all niggas wanna play hardball? He gonna pull a sword out. He gonna start chopping shit down. And that's when, I could be wrong, but I believe that's when Jacob's trouble and all that shit gonna come. But right now, everybody dumb as hell and moving according to plans. But when he actually pull that thing out on a scale where it's mandated, and he start trying to put it in people, and people start saying, you know that's the MOTB, right? You know that's like, yo, God say he gonna kill you if you take that. And people start talking, it's gonna be uproars about that. See, Esau think that MOTB going, that's why he trying to ease it on people. That shit ain't gonna be as sweet as they think it is. People ain't gonna be with that shit. And once he find out there's too many people that's not with it, especially them devils in Texas and them different states and shit like that, Esau just gonna pull the fucking sword back out.
He gonna call it collateral damage.
Yeah, he gonna pull that sword out like, yo, either you take this shit, I'm gonna whack your ass. Because I don't got time to be dealing with court shit, who's not this, my religious beliefs and shit like that. He just gonna butcher your ass.
Take as many as he can.
Yeah, he gonna go crazy trying to set up that NWO. And his fulfillment of it is what? The MOTB.
He shall devour who he may find. You know? Y'all shows that 2/3 of y'all that's out there, y'all gonna be devoured, man, by this devil. Alright? You know?
They should be amazed one at another Their faces shall be as flames.
That's right. Y'all gonna be lit up, man. Y'all faces gonna be as flames. All right, y'all gonna be
Excitement
surprised.
and literal. When them nukes burn their ass up.
Yeah, that flame, the nuke light your ass up too. That's right. You know?
Behold, the day of Yahawah cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger.
That's right. So the day of the Lord, the day of judgment is gonna be all type of fucked up things happen. All right? Things that you can least expect. And it's gonna be cruel. Like, damn, I can't believe a whole school got devoured by a pack of wolves or some shit. The worst things that you could think of is going to be through the Lord. The Lord's judgment. Right? And that's because of the anger. Just don't think that old people and young people don't have judgments that's based upon their who they were and what they've done. Just because they brand new into the earth, you may think that, oh, what did that person do? Well, that old person lived his life, he ain't doing nothing to hurt nobody. But what did that person do in his previous life? You never know.
In his younger days.
Yeah. You got old Nazi terrorists that used to slaughter people in Poland and Hungary, and now they live peaceful lives. You'll never know what kind of hell they was going. They was putting people through.
Yeah, I had to curse one motherfucker out, like intellectually, because he started talking about good neighborhoods. I'm like, nigga, there's no. It bothered me, but I'm like, I did it in an intellectual way, because you know I was working or whatever. I'm like, actually, there's no good neighborhoods. Just because you don't see garbage on the ground, or graffiti, or niggas standing on a corner, that don't mean it's a good neighborhood. I was like, listen, these neighborhoods that don't have no trash on the ground, no people standing around, it be all kinds of sex trafficking rings and all that shit. Just because it's not visible to the naked eye, that don't mean shit is not reported in those towns. Because a lot of shit do happen in them towns, but it gets swept under the rug for political issues because they want to still keep the money coming to that town. So if 3 homicides happen over here, they don't mention that shit. So I'm like, listen, shit that happened in the hood, hey, that dark low shit, I'm more safer in the trenches. You know what I mean? When you think about like, yo, I'm more safer in the trenches, like, yo, in the hood, the drama and the bullshit is, you can see it, it's in your face. But these other places and towns and neighborhoods you in that way is not in your face, is more hidden. But you niggas call it a good neighborhood. Ain't no fucking good neighborhoods, man.
Right.
Right. So that cruel anger that he's coming back with is to judge the people, man. Judge all people. Read on.
Cruel both with wrath and fierce anger to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
That's right. That's for you 2/3, man. Y'all gonna be dealt with as far as the same as the wicked. All right, those same people that I just mentioned is gonna feel it. All right, the wicked of being these other nations, but also you sinners. The only people that can sin is you Israelites.
Right.
So you sinners.
The 2/3.
2/3.
Right, because we sinners too, but the Lord had mercy on the hopeful elect.
Right, so you 2/3 is going to see that same cruel and wrath, anger, man. That same judgment. All right? You're going to get hit with the nukes. All right?
Okay.
You're going to get laser beamed by the chariots. You're going to get all that.
Pestilence, famine.
Ain't no escaping the Lord's judgment, regardless if you Israelite or not. All right? It's coming back with cruel and fierce anger. And ain't nothing like the Lord's fierce anger. You know how angry you could get and what comes to your mind when you get upset and angry or vengeful, when you want revenge for the dude who killed your brother. Just imagine how the Lord gonna come back with his vengeance and what ideas come to his head. All right, read on.
Verse 10, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light.
Right, so that's twofold. For when the nukes hit,
The mushroom
The
cloud.
mushroom cloud gonna block out the
sun.
constellations,
Yeah.
the sun and the moon and the stars, but also the light.
Celebrities.
Yeah, the celebrities, they not gonna be able to shine. All right, they not gonna have that stardom.
And a lot of that is through what? The AI. Because with the AI, Netflix, and people being YouTube celebrities and shit, that's taken from actually who they actually was.
That's right.
Because now you could be your own celebrity. So it's just like, yo, I got 3 million followers. Fuck you, Will Smith.
Yeah.
I'm my own. See, before you couldn't do that. You look at somebody like Will Smith or, you know, I don't know, Nas or Lauryn Hill, and you'd be like, oh, I ain't nobody. But you'll feel like you somebody like, yo, I'm a YouTuber. I got fucking 5 million subscribers.
Overnight.
People look at that dude, ISO Speed. That nigga linked up with YG from the Cali rapper. He shitted on YG in Cali. All them people surrounded him. You think they was there for what? They was there for speed. And he's a fucking YouTuber. And he's bigger than like other stars. Just doing dumb shit on fucking YouTube. But people love the little nigga. They love him to death. And that takes from the stardom. Or imagine once AI really get in there. That takes from all of their fame and glory.
They got something right now called what is it? Casanat University School, some shit where he getting a whole bunch of people around the world to sign up for this fast track to be a YouTuber.
Streamer University.
Yeah, streaming
University.
Okay.
Like it's a fast track to get you online to be a celebrity. You could be a celebrity overnight.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that twisted shit?
Yeah, I'll make you a celebrity overnight.
So you could be a nobody and then, you know, turn into somebody.
Well, all these niggas is one hit wonders anyway.
And that takes away from, you know, the celebrities of old or in the past. Like, that's just shit gonna surely get done away with.
All it's gonna take is an EMP to knock the internet out.
Yeah.
It's over for them.
Yeah.
Niggas that have be sick off of that. But go ahead.
The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Right, that's again from the nukes, you know, going up in the air with the mushroom clouds.
Just like in 300, it's like the arrow shall blot out the sun. It's like that's how many missiles they gonna send over here. And I will punish this world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity.
Right, that's the Lord doing away with the wicked, you know, the rulers of this earth right now. Esau and this wicked kingdom, man. The beast society, the beast system. Right? You know?
And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
And I read that scripture and think the first person I pop up besides Esau is a nigga woman. Because all of that, see, with this new economy and how shit is, man, these women are in desperate times. See, for a long time, not to drag it out, but this is a real point. For a long time, niggas wasn't hip to the shit women do, unless you had an old head on the block who schooled you, or an uncle who schooled. Niggas was blind to the wickedness of a woman. We thought woman was peaches cream and ice, you know, ice and ice cream, wherever they say it, right? We was blind to the actual shit they did behind closed doors. And like I said, unless you had an uncle or an old head to tell you, put you up on game. But once the internet came about, it exposed actually with this red pill shit, fresh and fit, and these different niggas out, Coach Greg Adams and these niggas exposing women's nature. You even got women that's exposing women's nature, telling on each other.
Okay.
So now you got the average man who wasn't hip to how what bitches did. Now they up on game, and that's causing what, a simp apocalypse.
Right.
So now niggas who used to spend all this bread, this and that, the strip clubs, none of them shit making money no more. These bitches complaining like, yo, I used to, you know, I stripped and make like $30, $20. It's no bread no more. And there's more bitches coming. It's hoeflation. not inflation, hoflation.
Yeah.
So it's more bitches hitting the market, more bitches coming in from Venezuela overseas, and they look finer, and they got cheaper prices. So that forces you to drop your prices. Now, if it's 5 of y'all out there selling that thing for 100, because it's only not 100, for 300, because it's 5 of y'all, and the shit is limited. But now it's 50 of y'all, and now it's a price competitive. Like, bitch, if you don't lower your prices, you gonna price yourself out of the market. So now they gotta drop down to they gotta drop down to them DR prices, 50, 75, and all of that. Even though that's lawful, I ain't promoting that. You know, brothers deal with that how they do, you know how they do, and you know it's wisdom with doing that too. Because a lot of brothers don't bring the, because you can get caught up, robbed and shit, fucking with, you know, the Lord said, cleave not unto a heart, at least you lose that substance. And the apocrypha. So dealing with holes, you got, it's shit that come with that. It's a balance to that. But these women, the Lord is stripping them. They becoming, and that's why you got to be humble, man. If these bitches find out you got, like, any type of resource, like you got a car, you drive, you got especially your own place, and you let them come over there and they see where you live at, and they ask you like, this all you, they gonna work you, bro. Their whole game plan is, remember, they the weaker vessel anyway. If they find out you got any type of income, resource, or anything that they could capitalize off of to keep them in a certain comfort zone, they gonna work you. And that's why I promote, like, listen, a new bitch, until you get to know her a little bit, take that bitch to the hotel. Don't go to her house, because you don't know who might pop up. But don't bring them to your house neither. Like, get a telly, you know, telly's cheap. Go to the mall. Get a 4-hour stay and all that. But don't be bringing everybody over your motherfucking house, man. And the scriptures talk about that. It said, you bring strangers to your house, they have many ways to overthrow you. They start going in your cabinet, looking around. Know what I mean? While you sleeping, they going through your shit and all of that, and they plotting and scheming on how they could capitalize off your situation and possibly move in to soak up and eat up all your fucking resources. Cause and you can't get mad fully, but they're the weaker vessel. And when you put the weaker vessel back against the wall, they're gonna do shit the weaker vessel gonna do to survive. Even they gotta cut throat, connive, lie, steal, or whatever. Blow ride to the best, fuck, suck, whatever. They gonna do that, and that's the mentality these women getting off of. Cause they got that what? They got that car note. They got their hair, their nails. They got way deeper expenses than men got. And even if they're not getting money from you, if they could live off one of your resources to help them save money, they would do that shit. I'm telling you. And these women going, yo, if you had a hard time getting a piece of box before, and these last days and ain't gonna be no more, you gonna see bitches smiling at you and smirking at you. You gonna be like, why was this bitch smirking and smiling? And because she got wind that you got this or you got that or you got this, and they gonna try to work you and play you. And that's the game. It's always been a game, but it's gonna become way more intensified as these last days roll out. And that's what the Lord means. I will lay low the haughty and the terrible, and them that got pride.
These all the Babylon birds, man. This is a lot of things. It's a lot more in this chapter, bro.
Where we at?
I'm gonna pass off. You know, let the brothers.
I'm gonna finish it up. Because I did want to get through the chapter. I'm gonna just touch on where we at.
12.
12. Read 12.
Yeah. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Right, because now men wasn't valued, and women outnumber men. But when things is scarce, women go, because men are resourceful. You know, we'll go fishing, do what we need to do to make things happen. And that's what men gonna make them value us. Read on.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Right.
Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of our place.
Right, and
Also,
that's from
that's the elect too. The men, the gold, the men that'll be like fine gold.
Yeah.
When the elect is sealed, women gonna come flocking to the elect men, you know.
Because women, because not just that, it's off of the thing of what? Not knowing. Not just a man, you're right, it's the elect men that's a fine gold.
Right.
A man gonna be precious, period, but the elect men gonna be like fine gold. Because what do the elect men got that other men don't got? We got knowledge, we got wisdom. We able to comfort somebody through the word of the Lord to make them calm down.
Right. And spiritual powers.
You ever notice you be around a woman and you don't say nothing? She'll spark conversation with you, and she'll just keep talking to you. And you be like, why she keep doing that? She's trying to pull your masculine energy because they're not independent thinkers. So they get haunted by their own thoughts. So they followers. A follower is not an independent thinker. They depend on somebody else to think. So if they sit in their own thoughts long enough, they get tormented by their own thoughts. So if it's a masculine energy around, if you stay quiet long enough, she'll just fuck with you. Hey, so what you think about this and that? And you'll tell her, and what she's doing is she's pulling energy from you because your masculine vibe helps keep her calm. And there's nothing wrong about that. It's just how they create it. So women gonna want the elect to stay calm because they're gonna be like, yo, all this shit going on, all this chaos here, you ain't seen your kids in fucking 2 months. Why the fuck is you so calm? And they're gonna want some of your peace. They're gonna want you to dump your energy onto them so they can absorb it, so they can be calm.
And if I would shake the heavens and the earth shall move out of our place,
That's the bombs coming.
in the wrath of the Lord of hosts in the day of his fierce anger.
And what the Lord say, the earth shall move to and fro like a drunkard. Isaiah 24:20. You ain't got to get it. Read on.
And it shall be as the chase roe, and as the sheep that no man taketh up.
Right, and that's the Esau and the other nations, like a deer running scared. Even with hunting, like you got a dog, you got a little a Dogo Argentino or something, and you can't just let it loose on like a American Bulldog, some shit like that. You can't just let it loose on a deer. That deer gonna get low on your dog. You gotta injure the deer and then let your dog track the blood, and then still it might be a half a mile or a mile up the road from you tracking the prints to where the shit actually bled out and died. Then you see your dog clamp down on it and shit, and then you break them off and you got the kill. But he said these other nations when the judgment shit gonna be like a chase row, like a deer running scared in the woods.
They shall every man turn to his own people.
Yeah, because this whole fake shit, only people deal with each other now because of money. Them Hamites want to sell you a fake purse. My brother, my brother. Them fake ass Edomite. What's up, bro? Because you bringing them money. But they don't give a fuck about you. And when shit get real, you going to see that. Everybody going to turn to their own people. Read on.
And flee everyone into his own land.
Because they are, and that's why they call America the whore in Revelation 17. They only come here to make money. And once they get their money, it's like, yo, I ain't come here for all this. This shit too crazy. I'm out. Like when you deal with a whore, if she be like, yo, a nigga slapped me, I need you to go check him. You like, bitch, I ain't really like, yo, like, get one of your brothers to go. Like, I ain't here for all that. Bitch, you ain't my girl. I ain't about to risk my freedom and safety for you. Matter of fact, get out. You know, and that's how it is, and that's America though, the whore. I'm here to deal with you for money. I'm not trying to deal with your problems and all that. I paid you. I paid to come here. You here to give me a service. Done deal. You got other bullshit going on, nigga. We jumping on the plane out of here. But you Israelites don't have a plane nowhere. And if y'all are northern tribes from other countries, Esau already bombing and destroying y'all shit through heart programs and so on. But read on.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
And that's Esau and his sister. Read on.
And the children also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes.
Because you're gonna have suicide bombers, you're gonna have sleeper cells, blowing
Drones.
shit up, drones, and you look up, you were just with your 5-year-old son, you just see a piece of his foot over there. That'll fuck somebody up. In a blink of an eye like that. They showed you that in a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Collateral Damage. when he was a firefighter and shit like that, and he was with his son. It was a Colombian sleeper cell
Okay.
that blew the bomb up and shit and killed his son.
Okay.
You know?
Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
Yeah, people gonna kick. Hey, the first person to take hold on you and get you is your neighbor. Your neighbor, see, they know what time you come back from. They know all that shit. They see, as a lot of them, they see your girl and shit like that. You know, as she coming, they be like, man, that bitch fine as hell. And a lot of them be deprived of box because they weirdos, they can't get nothing. So they kind of lust after, covet what you got, but you don't know they covet. Because they, you know,
Smile on your face.
hey, yeah. They showed that they showed that in a few movies. Especially, what's that, Barack Obama one?
Left behind.
Left Behind. It definitely showed you in that. So a lot of your neighbors covet a lot of shit you got. And they don't know exactly what. See, some of y'all niggas dumb as hell. You let your neighbors, oh yeah, you could come in. And a lot of times it be the woman. You be like, yo, don't be inviting fucking the neighbors up in my shit like that. Because really they're asking to use the bathroom, but they be scoping what you got around. Or when you go in there and talk to your woman, say your woman smokes cigarettes. She be out there smoking a cigarette, and they'll pick her brain and play on her emotions to tell them what you got up in the fucking house. And I ain't being carnal, man, but like, if brothers got a dog and a gun, like, I don't knock that, but just don't have like faith in that. Cause the dog is like, you see a big ass Rottweiler, German Shepherd, a motherfucker be like, hold up, we gotta figure out how we gonna get past that dog. That's your first line of defense. Or if they know like you ex-military or some shit, they be like, hold up, dude might carry, or like we can't just like kind of go up in here like that. And that kind of might give you some, but really the full protection is based off of the Lord. Read on.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Right, the Russians, you ain't gonna be able to pay them off. You know, the Iranians, because also the Medes, when they sit at is Russia, but it also go back to the Medial, which is Elon, which goes back to the Persians. Well, Russia and Persia is together anyway. They all kind of that the BRICS nations. They all down anyway. However you want to cut it. Read on.
Their bows also shall dash the young man into pieces.
Yeah, they got these new guns. So like these newer like Esau weapons is like, you get shot with a handgun, you might live back in the day with an old 38 little bullshit 9. But these new type weapons, it's not even really the weapon, it's the type bullets. These devils is designing them to spread and break up and shit like that. It's like, if you get hit by that shit, it's a chance, like, if you ain't close to no high, it's really the Lord. I can't take the Lord out of it. But like, you more like a leg shot, you'll bleed out and die from a leg shot, from the type of wound cavity it left. He be like, damn, what he got hit with? Oh, it was a handgun. He be like, God damn, it did that to him? Because these devils' technology, even with these smaller type pocket weapons, they could be a small ass 40 caliber, some hand little shit, and that shit'll rip your ass if you close enough to it. And based upon the different type special M, and like I said, it ain't the gun too much or the caliber. Esau is coming up with these different strategic bullets. He might have some shit that'll go in you and break down inside, like it start deforming inside of you and then explode once it's actually in you.
The 5.56 round is designed to hit you. It's supposed to bounce around in your system to fuck up your organs.
Dang.
And it's a small caliber bullet. But it'll bounce off your bones and fuck up your inside
And it
organs.
won't leave you?
No. It can. Like I'm saying, if you shoot
It's
like a
close
through a
enough.
shoulder, yeah.
Yeah.
But say if I shoot you in the rib cage, it'll bounce off the rib cage
the
and
bones and start bouncing.
Yeah, ricochet all in you.
So it's like tearing up everything.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Damn.
Yeah. And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children.
And you know what's crazy? Especially if you moving. Say like you get hit and you running, cause you moving, and so that shit is more. If you more still, it might not You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you moving and trying to climb fences and shit like that, that shit even moving around more.
Because your blood's circulating and your blood is making it full of travel.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that shows you that these devils is like on like different, you know, levels with their technology. And that's how you know this World War III gonna be brutal. Because the type weaponry they got is just like, there's no way mankind could survive this.
And that's only the shit that we know about. Imagine the shit they ain't even let out yet.
Remember that movie Arnold Schwarzenegger with Vanessa Williams? What it was called, Eraser?
Yeah.
Man, them devils had some shit in that shit. And they was, and that's an old movie.
Yeah.
They was showing,
See-through
man.
walls and shit.
They had, remember that shit he shot up and they shot the spikes out of that shit? I might watch that shit again, but Esau was letting you know, like, nigga, like, you can't really fuck. You know, like, we on a whole, and that shit came out in the 90s.
In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right, because Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by nuclear, not nuclear, but by fire and brimstone. And the root element in brimstone is sulfur. And the root element in nuclear fire, the nukes, is sulfur. And old Babylon went out by the hands of the Persians, the Medial Persian Empire. So, what did it mean, old Babylon shall be as when God, and Babylon shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah? That can't be talking about old Babylon. It's talking about what? Babylon the Great. So Babylon the Great and Sodom and Gomorrah got a physical death, which is what? Brimstone, sulfur.
Okay.
And brimstone, sulfur is the main key element in brimstone. And that's the main element in nuclear technology is sulfur. When they digged up Sodom and Gomorrah and lit it up, they found sulfur. It burned, the flame they burned was purple. And purple flame is the hottest. You can't get no fire hotter. You see a purple flame, that shit burning at high flames. The most you will see is maybe blue. And that's off of your stove. When you turn the stove on high. And you see that bottom part, the top be yellow. But that bottom, that's because the gas pushes so hard and hot from it. You see that little blue flame, but if you see a purple flame, that shit is, man, that shit is super hot. They used to test moonshine like that. You know, when them jakes and them devils create moonshine, they'll spill a little bit down and light it. If it light, that means it's strong, because that was how they told how tell the proof was. If the proof was weak, it wouldn't light. But if it light when you spill it and it lit up, you'll know it was high proof. But if it lit blue, it was real high. And if it had like a slight purple, that shit was like high, like 200 proof, some real Everclear type shit.
Hey. Verse 20. And it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Yeah, it's gonna be the biggest desert on the planet Earth. Maybe through the universe. Who knows? We don't.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures.
Yeah, because it's going to be the biggest desert. And the desert like animals going to live there. Read on.
And owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the
This
wild
is a wild goat, a satyr. Read on.
And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces.
Yeah, snakes and shit, reptiles, Komodo dragons and shit like that. That's what's going to inhabit this land. Read on.
Yeah, and it said,
once the fire burn off.
It said the pleasant palaces, so like the White House, if it's still standing, all them foul creatures are going to be living up in them places like that.
Yeah, they're going to make it their home. Just like the raccoons got burned down building in the hood, the raccoons took that shit over. That be they shit.
And our time is near to come, and our days shall not be prolonged.
Yeah, and the Lord telling you like, yo, well, I set the devil, he said I set the bounds that they cannot pass, right? So it ain't gonna be prolonged. You know what I mean? The Lord got a certain time that they gonna live it up to. And it's up to us to remain faithful to the end, till he return, until our physical bodies drop dead. And that's our goal, that's our mission. that, y'all got. Hey, and with that, we was glad to finish that chapter out. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. We like to give all praises to
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakal Kadash.
Shalom.
Shalom.